Hi, this is Wishop, and this is your September reading for water signs. This applies if you obviously have a lot of water signs in your chart, but also if you're water focused right now, meaning you might be healing from emotional wounds, you might be dealing with issues of deep relationship and intimacy, you might be trying to develop your intuition, you might be doing sort of deep artistic projects, and all of those things are very water sign focused. So let's talk about the astrology. September 6th, Venus goes direct in Leo because Venus does value beauty, and also the water signs tend to value the grace and harmony of having beauty around them. I think this will feel better than having it in retrograde. However, Venus retrograde in Leo has been asking you to reevaluate what really matters to you. And I think that that is coming up for all the signs this month. Like, now that you know what really matters to you, how do you take steps forward with it? September 13th, there's a new moon, partial solar eclipse in Virgo. So this can be new concrete starts of things. This will be balanced by the full moon lunar eclipse later in the month, September 27th in Aries. The Virgo Aries axis is sort of about serving others versus serving self. Pisces can be, and actually all the water signs can be so empathetic to other people's emotions around them that they may not assert themselves. And the full moon lunar eclipse in Aries allows you to put that watery energy on yourself later in the month and go, well, what do I want to feel? How do I want to be? September 17th, Jupiter in Virgo, Jupiter, which was the old traditional ruler of Pisces, Jupiter in Virgo is in opposition to Neptune, which is now the ruler of Pisces, in Pisces. So this is an axis of Jupiter, I think, wanting to do some concrete healing in Virgo. So it could be, diet or exercise or making new plans to fix some situation in your life. And Neptune in Pisces wants to deal with deep emotional healing, unconditional love, acceptance. So I think you have this axis of healing. So wherever you find yourself on it, really think of the mid-September energy as a chance to focus on healing. Mercury will also go retrograde in Libra on the 17th. Mercury retrograde can be very stressful for some people. I think probably especially the air signs and some of the earth signs who just want stuff to work right every time. They want to be able to predict it and have it come out right. I think the water signs tend to do a little better with surfing those inconveniences and changes. But Mercury retrograde in Libra is really asking, what do you need for peace of mind? So you can look at those sorts of issues too. It may be that your peace of mind comes from needing to make changes, needing to make concrete changes, which you will be aided by having the Sun in Virgo and Jupiter in Virgo. But really think about, what are the critical things I need to feel at peace? Saturn is heading into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a very optimistic, very forward-looking sign. I think having Saturn, the Lord of Karma, there is sort of about, let's clean up any old business, any old wounds, any old, hangovers of bad feelings we have about ourselves or about other people, because we're ready to step forward. So I actually think that is very much in keeping with the other sort of energies going on. September 23rd, the Sun will enter Libra as well, a sign of great balance and harmony. But it can also be a sign of indecision, and the water signs can sometimes feel, quote unquote, wishy-washy. So I think focusing on your earthly energy and on getting that balance of concreteness, making a few small plans, they don't have to be huge, but a few small plans based on what you really care about, what you really love, and putting them in place, will feel really good. So I think that's it for the water sign energy. I picked for you the tarot, which is called the Tarot of Reflections. It's a low Scarabeo deck, and those faces on there are the moon's two faces, and on both sides, and almost every card has reflections. And that is that very lunar energy with which the water signs are very comfortable, and sometimes other people aren't as comfortable. But it's really the gift of the water signs to the rest of the world to say, even in this time of like so much air sign energy and so much earth energy, to say, you know what, there is a way to feel emotionally secure in your own skin. And that is a sense of connectedness, a very deep connectedness that the water signs can offer to everybody else. So let's see what the tarot cards are for the month. Oh, look at that. Really amazing. Okay, the Chariot. And Knave of Wands. Okay, I have to point this out. Okay. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So far, I've gotten the Ace of Pentacles in the air sign reading and the fire sign reading, because everybody's making new concrete starts this month, which I think is great. Because yours is in reverse, it may say that what you can do is just plan the starts you'd like to make and think about them and really kind of let them come to you in a natural way. You don't have to force it, but think about the things that you want to do. Anything that you do start is going to be divinely blessed. You know, the sun is in Virgo, Jupiter is in Virgo. New starts are going to be blessed, but let them flow from you in what feels like the right time. Okay. This is fantastic. So this is the Chariot. And the Chariot, number 7 of the major arcana, is really about harnessing different parts of yourself to head in one direction. And if you can look at this chariot seems to actually be sort of parked on water. I think that this particular chariot, with this very calm and serene character, you know, sometimes we see these chariots and we've got these horses and they're breathing fire, and we have this charioteer who looks very stern. This charioteer looks serene, looks calm, and there are not even horses. And yet this is the Chariot. This is progress. And I think this is saying to the water signs and to people focused on water stuff, progress is made not only in thunder and fire. Progress is made in flow, in serenity. Tapping into what's really true for you also makes progress. You don't have to listen to the rest of the world that tells you if it doesn't fit on a day timer, and if you don't have a step-by-step goal plan with specific dates that'll make you feel like a failure, that you're never going to get anywhere. And that is very much alien to the water sign way of dealing with things, which is to flow. But water always wins. Water carved out the Grand Canyon. Water always wins. Water always finds the open spot. Water always makes a way. So I think this is saying you can have victory by being you. You don't have to sell out yourself to try to be something else. But you can see this character is very secure and sitting on this beautiful chariot. So you need to integrate the structure of life, but you don't have to give up your true sense of self to be victorious. So you can integrate all the structures that you need, but where things don't feel true to you, you know, if those stomping horses pulling at your arms out of the sockets doesn't feel true to you, you don't need them. Your chariot will go without them. Okay, so let's go to it's fantastic. Okay, this is the Knave of Wands. So otherwise the Page of Wands, and you can see his reflection is here in the background too. I should explain, a lot of times I think of reverses not so much as no's. They can be delays. They can also be an internal focus rather than an external focus for the card. But I tend to pay a lot of attention to the meaning of the card. The Knave of Wands, as the Page of Wands, is frequently thought of as a very innovative thinker, of an out-of-the-box thinker, and very fiery. But this is saying you can be an out-of-the-box thinker even if you're not fiery. You should really relish what's unconventional about you and let those unconventional solutions, let those innovative solutions bubble to the top. You don't have to force them to burn the world down. You can let this stuff bubble to the top, because your ability to bring up interesting, innovative ideas from the depths is just as true as people's ability to bring down innovative ideas from the heights. So celebrate that. So let's go to the oracle card. For your oracle card, I picked a very interesting oracle called the Oracle of Venice, because Venice is on water. It's basically a swampy area. And the people of Venice created an empire that they were running from a swamp. And so what happens is they used art and music and all of these amazing innovations of taste to actually make their way as very successful merchants. They are a real triumph of success through a watery approach. And so I thought that this would be a good one. It has some unusual meanings, so I'm probably going to have to look it up in the book, because it's so different that I'm actually having to memorize it. It's very out of the box. But anyway, let's see what we came up with for the Venice Oracle. This would be sort of practical advice for water signs and water-focused projects. Oh, look at this, Le Gondolier. Okay. This would be what you'd think of as, obviously, card 1. So you can think of it as the Magician card. You can also think of it as the Rider in the Lenormand deck. It's basically a card of being ready to go, but being cheerful about it. You can look at this gondolier and realize that the way he looks, he doesn't have a care in the world. He's on his gondola. He is ready to tackle whatever the ups and downs of life happen to be. And he looks happy. You know, he looks ready to go. So let me read what the book says about it, but I love it. It sort of just says, look, be your watery self and, decide where you want to go with that. Let's see what it says. It says, the Gondolier. It's a card of exchanges and communications, heralding travel and various movements. It is auspicious for new encounters, improves professional activities, confirms small trips or changes in the place where one is living. So I think that all sounds very good and very positive. So rock on with your watery selves, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.